Yo, it's good. It's Lano doing a recap of Young Justice Season 3. Make sure you follow, share, subscribe, all the good things. Let's get it started. Episode 1, the season starts off right after the conclusion of Season 2. Nightwing, traumatized by the death of Wally, decides to take a break from the team, leaving Aqualad as the sole leader. Fast forward and 2 years later, children with the meta gene are being kidnapped and forced to fight in combat zones across the galaxy. With the Justice League being roadblocked by the UN under Lex Luthor's persuasion, Batman resigns, along with several other members. Nightwing finds information on Bedlam's meta trafficking, pointing him in the direction of the country Markovia. Meanwhile, in Markovia, the King and Queen are assassinated. Working outside the Justice League, Nightwing recruits Superboy, Tigress, and Black Lightning to infiltrate Markovia. In episode 2, Nightwing and Tigress infiltrate the pre-coronation ceremony for the new king to pick up leads. At the same time, Black Lightning and Superboy infiltrate the children's hospital, discovering several captured children. But before they can help them, they are attacked by Count Vertigo and mutated Metachild. Tigress saves a young woman with strange powers from being buried alive. Black Lightning escapes, but Superboy is captured by Plasmus. Dr. Jace performs the meta gene experiment on Prince Brian. In episode 3, Nightwing infiltrates the hospital and sees Superboy and Brian are both captured in pods. The mastermind behind the meta trafficking is revealed to be Frederick the Lamb. Plasmus suddenly attacks Lightning and Tigress, and with the help of Halo Girl, fends him off. Nightwing frees Superboy and Brian during the fight. Frederick the Lamb frames Brian for meta trafficking, resulting in Brian going on a rampage. Nightwing, Tigress, Halo, and Lightning confront Vertigo and Plasmus for the final fight. Superboy helps Brian subdue Frederick, who is exposed as being a meta. With Frederick successfully apprehended, the Crown Prince Gregor takes control, but he is forced to banish Brian because of Markovia's strict stance on metahumans. In episode 4, Halo is staying with Will Harper and Artemis, while Brian is staying with Superboy and Miss Martian. Artemis introduces Halo to Dr. Fate to try and help get her memories back. Black Lightning and Helga have a heart-to-heart and start to get close to each other. Dick, Roy, and Jim Harper ask Will, Red Arrow, to join the anti-meta trafficking squad. Dick works with Will's company, Bow Hunters Security, to protect the shipment from Brick. Dick, Will, Roy, Jim shut down a meta trafficking site. Episode 5, a deal between the Bugs and the New Gods on New Genesis goes south when Orion tricks the Bugs. Bear, one of the New Gods, arrives on Earth to ask the team for help. Miss Martian, along with 13, Blue Beetle, Kid Flash, Static, and Wonder Girl, leave for New Genesis. Back on Earth, Dick, Artemis, Black Lightning, and Carr discuss whether Halo and Brian should join the team. Dick and the others help Brian and Halo with their new abilities. Back on New Genesis, Miss Martian exposed Orion to be a fake, who is actually her younger brother, MCOM. MCOM reveals that he is covertly building tension between the Bugs and New Genesis. The team subdues MCOM and the metas with the help of one of the Bugs, Forager. Forager is accused of treason by his fellow Bug members and must leave with Miss Martian and the team to be safe. In episode 6, Black Spider carries out an assassination with a mysterious partner. Back at Connor's house, for the new refugee, Forager, he bonds with Brian and Halo. Nightwing tells Brian that his sister Terra may still be alive, working with the League of Shadows, who are based in the Infinity Islands. Brian, Halo, and Forager escape with the Super Cycle to Infinity Island to find Terra, but are captured by Sensei and Ubu. Nightwing, Superboy, Miss Martian, Tigress, Black Lightning all arrive at Infinity Island and free the teammates, but before they can leave, they get into an altercation with Sensei and Ubu. The skirmish is stopped by Ra's al Ghul, who allows the team to leave, but not before he tells them that Terra is not with them. In episode 7, Vandal Savage is alerted By Olympia, the Space Armada enters their solar system. Contacting Lex Luthor, Lex tells him the Light is keeping the Justice League engaged across the galaxy and is not available to fight the Armada. Vandal realizes he must defend the Earth himself with the War World. With assistance from Darkseid's son, Kalibak, he is able to destroy the Armada and defeats the culprit of the attack, Starro. He then captures the defeated Starro for his future plans. In episode 8, Shade, Livewire, Mist, and Cheshire infiltrate and steal a device from Star Labs, Detroit. Nightwing and the team get together to capture Cheshire, who would have information on the League of Shadows and Terra. After a brief struggle against Shade, Mist, and Livewire, Tigris corners Cheshire, who tells her the new location of the League before she escapes. In Gotham, Robin tracks down the Mad Hatter and shuts down his meta operation. Shazam, Flash, Aquaman, and Rocket foil Sportsmaster's plan to break out Brick and another individual. With the success of the mission, the three separate groups meet at the Batcave where they discuss the mortality of keeping the rest of the Justice League in the dark about these operations. In episode 9, the Light hires the intergalactic bounty hunter Lobo to assassinate someone on Earth. The family of the Justice League members meet at the Flash's house for a day of fun, but little do they know they're being stalked by Ocean Master. Ocean Master, wanting revenge for his previous imprisonment, is about to kill the family members, but he is murdered by Lady Shiva before completing his revenge. Lobo attacks Nightwing's team while he's training Brian, now Geoforce, and Halo to kill Forager. With the trick, Forager fools Lobo into thinking he killed him. Lady Shiva gives an update to the members of the Light, who are now aware of Nightwing's Cove op team. In episode 10, Batman infiltrates Santa Prisco with Katana and Metamorpho. From different vantage points, they observe Lady Shiva training Cassandra, with Deathstroke arriving shortly after. With the information gathering complete, the team makes a quick retreat, but they are caught by Bane and his associates. With quick thinking by Oracle, they are able to escape. Back at Star City, Artemis suggests Halo go to school, and Cheshire says goodbye to her husband Will. Victor Stone's dad, Silas, is given a father box by the Green Lantern. In episode 11, during an argument between Victor and Silas at Star Labs, a faulty wire causes an explosion. Victor is discovered dead under the debris, but in a moment of grief and desperation, Silas places the father box on top of his body, which integrates with the body. The father box assimilates a reach device into Victor's body, transforming him into our favorite Cyborg. Finally awake, Victor goes on a rampage for what has been done to him. Halo, who is at school, feels his presence and creates a boom tube to Victor's location. With her powers, she is able to quell his rage, and he decides to leave with her, despite his pleading father. Episode 12. Dick Grayson meets Cyborg at Connor's house. Hearing what happened between Cyborg and Halo, the team deduces that Halo possesses the soul of a mother box. When Cyborg powers unexpectedly flare out of control, Dick suggests Halo stay close to him at all times. In Beverly Hills, Beast Boy meets Perdita at her hotel room before going on a date. Deciding to try good goggles, he is put in a coma-like trance where he experiences strange dreams. Perdita, scared, calls Connor and Miss Martian, who telepathically help Beast Boy find a way out. Once awake, he comes to the conclusion that Gretchen Good is one of the bad guys. In episode 13, Nightwing informs the team that the good goggles were used to test kids for the meta gene and give them subliminal messages to help them get captured. One of the kidnap locations was Bialia, which is where Tara is suspected to be. Back at Connor's house, Cyborg is taken over by the Father Box's attempt to murder Halo and Dr. Jace. Halo, in a moment of strength, is able to cleanse Cyborg's body completely of the Father Box's control. At the meta holding facility in Bialia, the team comes upon an underground meta fight club in which Tara is participating. After an all-out fight with Queen's B forces, the team is able to rescue all the meta teams. Episode 14. On Thangar, several Justice Leaguers, as in Superman, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, Hawkwoman, and Green Lantern, investigate a destroyed Nth metal facility. On Earth, Aquaman makes a public announcement about the dangers of good goggles. Forager, Geoforce, Terra, and Halo officially join the team, becoming superheroes. Superman and the rest of the Leaguers pick up an ion trail, which leads to the orphanage, a torture center under the control of Granny Goodness. Sneaking inside, they discover hundreds of abducted metateens. But before they can help them, the Leaguers are trapped by Granny's torture device. Escaping in the nick of time, the Leaguers must watch the orphanage disappear through a boom tube. In episode 15, Tigris and Aquaman helm a team, including Beast Boy, Geoforce, Terra, Forager, Halo, to infiltrate a government-sponsored meta program in Moscow. At the Meta Youth Center, Dr. Eduardo Sr. and his son, Jr., address new MetaKids residents. The team spying on the facility finds out it is a training facility for a Russian-based superhero team. At the same time, Task Force attacks the facility, working with the Russian group. The team detains the task force. Aquaman, taking the prisoners back to Bel Rev, finds out that this suicide squad was put together by Amanda Waller, but now she knows about the League's covert team as well. Episode 16. At the Meta Youth Center, Gar and Perdita attend the Harvest Festival with the other members of the team. Vertigo and Henchy launch a surprise attack and kidnap Perdita. Beast Boy and the others track Vertigo to an abandoned city, where it is revealed the perpetrators are actually Persimmon and Devastation. Rescuing Perdita, the team rushes back to the festival to find the Onslaught team kidnapping unconscious metateens. Beast Boy and the others defeat Onslaught, saving the teens, and are congratulated by the press. In Star City, Halo reveals to Dr. Jace a memory of where she was responsible for letting the assassin who killed the king and queen of Markovia into the palace. In episode 17, Beast Boy proposes to Aquaman and Miss Martian to make a public version of the covert team that will help boost public support for the League and metahumans. Kid Flash, Blue Beetle, Geoforce, Static, and Wonder Girl join the new public team. In Brooklyn, main Aquaman engages with 3 rogue reach ships. Needing the help, Beast Boy's team rushes to this location and successfully deactivates the rogue ships. Aquaman meets with Batman's team, revealing that the League knew about the rogue ships before the attack even happened, but allowed Beast Boy's team to handle it to boost the team's public popularity and acceptance. In episode 18, at the hub, Halo gets shocking news from Dr. Jace that the power she has is slowly killing her. The Outsiders go on a mission in Cuba where Clarion is running a meta-teen facility. The Outsiders, along with Zatanna, defeat Clarion and free the metas. At the hub, while training with Tigris, Terra has flashbacks of her painful training with Deathstroke. Halo gets into trouble with her friend Harper Row after school. The Outsiders bring the rescued meta-teens to the Meta Youth Center. Eduardo Jr. makes the decision to join the Outsiders. In episode 19, Lex Luthor helms the UN Climate Change Conference in Buanda. During the conference, Ambassadors Troya and Garth are attacked by the BIF. The Outsiders, secretly shadowing the conference, foil the attack with the help of Flash, who was called in by Lex Luthor. One of the attackers, a mentally controlled meta, Leah Briggs, tells the Outsiders that the attack was a setup. After receiving an SOS, a kidnapped girl in Dublin, Beast Boy, Static, and Blue Beetle rescue the girl from Professor Ivo. Back at the hub, Wonder Girl, Kid Flash, and Eduardo Jr. convince their parents/guardians to let them stay on the Outsiders. Halo tells Brian and Terra that she is responsible for their parents' deaths. Back at Gotham, Batman reveals that the rescue was staged to increase the Outsiders' popularity and throw off Lex Luthor's plan, with Wonder Woman retorting, saying they are crossing a very dangerous line. On 20, Cyborg suddenly falls ill, and the father box inside him starts to spread, taking over the human part of his body. Superboy brings Dreamer for assistance, who tells them they should seek out the new god Metron. Halo visits the parents of Gabrielle and tells them what happens to their daughter. Aquaman brings a meta team to Atlantis to begin her new life. Superboy, Forager, and Black Lightning seek out Metron with the use of boom tubes and are finally able to save Cyborg. 21. Investigating a signal of apocalyptic technology at Gretchen Good's mansion, Nightwing and Black Lightning are captured. Oracle requests the help of Aquaman, who directly confronts Gretchen. Before they can retrieve their comrades, Gretchen, through brainwashing, orders Nightwing and Black Lightning to attack their friends. Back at the hub, Geoforce and Halo make up at the disapproval of Dr. Jace. Episode 22. In Mongolia, the Light discusses with Gretchen their plan to capture Halo. Tara has a surprise run-in with Deathstroke, who reminds her not to forget her mission. At the hub, Bruce checks in on Dick's condition, and Jefferson accuses him of manipulating him to help Dick. Gar angrily questions Barbara and Tim about the manipulation of the Outsiders, and finds out that all the missions have been staged by the members of the Justice League. Dr. Jace kidnaps Brian, Tara, and Halo, and brings them to Gretchen, an ultra-humanite, who corrupts Halo, gaining complete control of her. Tara and Brian break free, but before they can save Halo, Gretchen escapes with her. At the orphanage, Gretchen delivers Halo to Granny Goodness. In episode 23, the Justice League attacks the orphanage, but it turns out to be a trap, and the members are enslaved by Halo. Back at the hub, the team is on edge, trying to locate Halo, when they get a surprise visit from Vandal Savage, who gives them the location of Halo. Miss Martian leads the team to the orphanage, where they face off against the Furies. The team reaches the center of the orphanage, but are too late to stop Gretchen, and they, too, are taken control by Halo. In episode 24, Cyborg with his new abilities helps the Outsiders reveal an apocalyptic machine at Goodness Studios. Gretchen launches a surprise attack, trapping them in the X-Pit, and challenges Beast Boy to a one-on-one match. Cyborg hacks into the Overlord system, destroying it from the inside. Destroying the machine, Gretchen is boom tubed to Granny Goodness, where they fuse back together. Cyborg follows, and he is able to free Halo from her control, and who ends up freeing all of the Justice Leaguers as well. Episode 25. The Meta-Teens that were trapped in the orphanage are relocated to the Meta Youth Center. Superboy takes Forager to Geranium City to meet other outcasts like himself who have made a life on Earth. Artemis asks Zatanna to open the door between life and death to see Wally and work out her issues. Prince Gregor visits his siblings in America to congratulate them on all the hard work they would have done, which is helping soften Markovia's stance on metahumans. But while he is away, Baron Bedlam escapes and stages a coup, taking control of Markovia. And last but not least, episode 26, Geoforce, determined to win his country and get revenge, staged an attack on Baron Bedlam with the help of the Outsiders. After a hard battle, Brian and Tara subdue Bedlam. Tara's betrayal of the team is revealed, as she is a mole sent in by Deathstroke to kill Beast Boy. Tigress was aware of Tara's relationship with Deathstroke and gives her a chance to be a hero. Brian, overwhelmed by this new information and his anger for Bedlam, kills him, crowns himself king of Markovia, and separates himself from the Outsiders. At the Watchtower, Nightwing gathers the Justice League, Covert Team, and the Outsiders to nominate a new leader of the League, Black Lightning, who promises to lead the League into a new era of trust and openness with each other. And that's all for the recap of Young Justice. So just make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share for me. Everything you possibly can do, right? I'm holla at y'all.